Yes, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome back to Football Heritage TV, wherever you are, whoever you are. Yes, I am in sunny Turkey at the moment. And as I got off the plane, I'm scrambling around to see what are Tottenham doing in this last there's 27 hours to go as I record this video. What are Tottenham doing in this transfer market to make this a successful window? Now, I'm seeing so many people already say this is the best window we have had because we brought in 3 first-team starters. However, I don't think it's as simple as that. The fact that Sonny has left, now, whether or not we wanted Sonny to stay, whether or not we believe he wasn't the Sonny from years gone by, we've still lost one of our most influential players and one of our most GA players in terms of the number of goals and assists that he got. Maddison out for the season. Kulusevski out until February, we believe. Now add to that all of the young players we already had and the depth that we didn't have. And Tottenham needed a mammoth window. Going into the Champions League as well, Tottenham needed a mammoth window. So on the paper, those 3 signings, really good. No one can doubt that. Well done, Spurs recruitment team. But it's simply not enough. And again, yesterday's game was a real reminder that we are lacking in creativity and we are lacking in goals. If the ball doesn't go to Kudus, we have absolutely nothing going forward. Yes, Xavi Simons is coming on and yes, he's a top footballer, but we're in the Champions League. We can't be seeing the Odebers and the Tells and the Richarlisons week in, week out in the Champions League. You can't be seeing Papa Sarr playing in the number 10 role if Xavi Simons was to get injured, for example. So it begs the question, where are Spurs looking? Now, there's a number of reports, a number of outlets today that are talking about Morgan Rogers again. Now, this is going to twist and turn because Morgan Rogers apparently was going to be open to Spurs if Aston Villa signed Lucas Paqueta from West Ham. Now, reports yesterday were saying that a deal was close to being finalised. But today, he's just played for West Ham. He's just scored for West Ham. He's even given a whole, as if to say, don't come calling, I'm not going anywhere. And by all intents and purposes, it looks like he will be a West Ham player tomorrow night at 7 p.m. when the transfer window shuts in the UK. But if that's true, that must mean that all these Morgan Rogers reports are rubbish. Now, I would love to think they're not. But the part of me, the sensible part of me thinks, shut up, Savva. Spurs are not getting Morgan Rogers. You've left it too late. Why would Villa sell him? How much would they want for him? Would Tottenham put the money forward? The little kid in me that supports Tottenham is like, yeah, just get Morgan Rogers. But I don't think it's going to happen. However, I didn't think Xavi Simons was going to happen. That happened. I didn't think Kudus was going to happen, and that happened. Now, whilst I think this is a more difficult deal to do, and again, it's all about the dominoes, isn't it? If Paqueta had gone to Villa, then surely that opens the door to, well, hang on, you guys roughly play in the same position. Possibly you can nip in and get the player. Without that move happening, I'm not sure there's anything to it. But with 27 hours to go at the time of me recording this, who knows? But would Morgan Rogers want to join Tottenham over Villa? Champions League, London, maybe a few of the draws. However, he's only been there 18 months. He's one of their star players, if not the star player. So would Morgan Rogers want to make the move? And you've got to remember, guys, when I ask these questions, a lot of it is me asking you questions rather than me saying, oh, I believe it 100%. That's not the way I do my videos. So is Morgan Rogers happening in your opinion? Let me know in the chat. Is Morgan Rogers happening in your opinion? If it's not Morgan Rogers, then what are we doing? Now, we know that Thomas Frank has said he's happy, for example, with his squad. But we also know that Thomas Frank isn't going to turn around and say, yeah, I've got a really crap squad. I need players desperately. It's just not how he operates. He's too professional, and it doesn't do any good to do that, because if you are left with these players, you've got to give them the best confidence. So, for example, yesterday he said, I'm happy with Solanke and Richie. And fans going, oh, my God, Thomas Frank's happy with them. Oh, my God, he doesn't know a player. What do you want him to do? We're adults. Can we really not read between the lines here that Thomas Frank isn't going to turn around and go, yeah, I don't rate either of them. I want new strikers. It's madness. And it's kind of the same with the rest of the squad. But anyway, if we don't get Morgan Rogers, where do Spurs go from here? Savio linked time and time again. Doesn't look like that's happening. 27 hours to go. Really? Is that going to happen? I can't see it. I'd be pleasantly surprised. But on deadline day, never say never. You never know, do you? Then you move away from that and you look at Lookman. Now, this evening, Romano has confirmed that Bayern Munich have put in a loan bid to take Lookman. And apparently, Atalanta will only take a loan bid with an obligation to buy, so a definite figure at the end of the year, or a straight up transfer fee. And Romano also confirmed that Tottenham are one of the clubs monitoring him. Now, use that word loosely, because you can't monitor someone with 24 hours to go. But what you can do is say, hey, Anamola, you're from London. You want to come back here? Slap the 45 million down that Atalanta want. And this is a guy that can play on the left, on the right. He can play in the 10. He can play up front. Obviously, stronger in some of those positions than others. But it's another player who's had 3 very good years and gives Thomas Frank depth. He starts for us on the left all day long. Him on the left, Simmons in the right, Simmons in the middle and Kudus on the right. It just makes sense. But with Bayern Munich hovering around, who knows? Who's going to put in the bid that Atalanta want? Bayern look desperate. They've missed out on some players this year. Apparently, they're not flush for cash. And Spurs, we do have cash. We should be able to get a deal like this done. And all I know is, guys and girls, Tottenham Hotspur have just over a day to get some quality into this squad. It's all well and good getting Simmons and Kudus and Paulinho. 3 players just won't cut it. You've lost Son. You've lost Maddison and Kulu to long-term injuries. You're 3 in, 3 out, essentially, until Kulu comes back. Where's the squad building? Where's the depth? We need quality. Benjamin Pavard is another one, apparently, that Spurs are putting a loan bid for and being told by Inter Milan that there's no way he's going on loan. So, I don't know what's going to happen. What I do know is the window can't end like it is now. No matter how good the free signings are we've made, free signings are not enough. And Tottenham have no excuse. No, we tried. They've had nearly 92 days, is it the window? 91 days to get this done. So Tottenham got to pull their finger out. Just over 24 hours to go. What's going to happen? Let me know your thoughts. At the moment, I'll be honest, with this window, I would say a 6 out of 10. Haven't sold anybody other than Son. And we haven't got the depth anywhere on the pitch. Let me know your thoughts. Take care. And I'll give you another video tomorrow.